captivation. If the eyes and the minds of your consumers belong to the translators, that's what's going to get your attention. Then the hearts belong to the epic storytellers. That's what's going to keep their attention. And I'll tell you why. We are hardwired for story. More so than anything else on this planet. We are hardwired for story. Story is how we connect. Story is how we engage. If you go back to caveman times, story was the only way that two tribes would come together that didn't speak each other's language and learn to trust each other. Story is how we learn. And the reason that we're so hardwired for story is because story is the only road to empathy. I can't feel what it feels like to be in your shoes unless you tell me your story. I can't feel empathy for you unless you tell me your story. And without empathy, there is no action. We only take action when compelled by empathy or emotion, vast majority of the time. So epic storytelling is the only key to action. One of my favorite examples of this is, who's seen An Inconvenient Truth? Yeah. For those of you who haven't seen it, Al Gore, ex-presidential candidate in the USA, he was unsuccessful, spoiler. And when he was unsuccessful, he decided, right, I'm out of here. I'm going to take a massive trip. And he went off around the world on a boat, grew out a beard, did the whole Robinson Crusoe thing. And he started to notice a lot of plastic in the ocean. And he started to get concerned. And then he saw more, and then he saw more things that concerned him. And he came back, and he put together a 1-hour epic story called An Inconvenient Truth. Now, bear in mind, before he did that, the scientific community had been trying to get our attention about climate change for a decade. They had been shouting as loudly as they could. They had been using stats, case studies, bar graphs, anything they could to get our attention, and nothing. Al Gore tells one epic story, and in 50% of the places where it was shown, people offset their carbon. And that's just another way of saying people took direct financial action. 50% of the places. Why? Why was he so successful? I would put it to you that he was so successful because he took a story and he made it our story. He talked to us about our planet, about what the world was going to look like when our children grew up, about what kind of air that our children were going to be breathing. You know, those animals that you love, this is what's going to happen to them. This is what their terrain's going to look like. You know, those places you love going on holiday, this is what they're going to look like in 10 years' time. He took that and he made it our story. And that is the power of epic storytelling.